I'm starting an early Tuesday morning hike at Iroquois Park. It's not quite as warm this morning. There's no breeze this morning. A breeze would make it better. I'm looking over to my left and I see a deer over there. It disappeared over there. I'm gonna try to get a little closer. I see it down there crossing the gully. It's a young buck. It's very dark down there. I think this buck is alone. I'm not going down there. I would if there were a lot more bucks, but there's only that one young buck. Now where is he going? God, I wish it wasn't so dark. That is very dark down there. I'm scanning the area and I don't see any more. I'm gonna take off. I'm hiking down the hill. I think this is Chicken of the Woods. This is one of my favorite areas to hike through, but I haven't been hiking it lately because of the heat. And it's still a little warmer than I like it. The temperature's not bad, but it's pretty humid. And like I said earlier, there's no breeze. Getting ready to cross the gully and hike up another hill. I'm hiking down another hill. I see a couple deer down the hill a little bit. They just crossed the gully. Now they just ran across the gully and are back where they started. This one's a young buck. Still very dark. There's the other one, way up there, and it's a doe. Where did the little buck go? He's over there somewhere. There he is. He just ran up there where the doe is. There they are. I'm still not very close to them. I'm a little closer to them. There's the doe. There's the buck, the young buck. There's the doe. I'm hiking up another hill. Now where did those deer go? There's the buck. And there's the doe. The buck and the doe. Those rascals are not going to let me get too close to them. I found the doe again. There's a lot of tree branches in the way. I'm not sure where that buck is. She just crossed the gully and she's over there now. Followed those two for quite a while. I'm not going to follow them anymore. I never did get real good pictures and video of them. They just wouldn't cooperate. I'm about ready to leave this area. I'm leaving this area. I found the doe. She's walking down that hill. This might be the doe and the young buck I found earlier. This young buck is bedded down. He's bedded down chewing his cud. And I think the doe is bedded down now. There she is. She's bedded down chewing her cud. He's keeping an eye on me. And so is she. The little buck just got up. And she noticed that. I'm going to hike off in this direction. See the buck up there. The doe is still bedded down. I'm not going to try to follow him. That's where I'm coming from. Doe is still bedded down. And I'm going to hike off in this direction. She's over to my right. I'm past her now. I just hiked the high ground for a while. Now I'm going to hike down this hill. I just crossed that gully and I'm hiking up my last hill of the morning. I'm hiking up this hill and there is absolutely no breeze. And it's very humid. I'm about halfway up to the top. I'm passing Rita's Point and I'm almost up to the top. I made it all the way up to the top. I made it up to Top Hill Road and I'm getting ready to do a little piddling around in Summit Field. I'm leaving Top Hill Road and I'm entering Summit Field. I'm checking out the pond that's next to the rustic pavilion. I hear a lot of frogs, but I don't see any. I see they cut the grass up here this morning. I'm hoping that yellow-bellied slider wasn't out when they cut it. I didn't see it anywhere. Hopefully it was in the pond when they cut the grass. There's a ruby-throated hummingbird up at the top of that tree. There's a silver-spotted skipper on the bee balm, the wild bergamot bee balm. There's an eastern tiger swallowtail butterfly on the milkweed. This is a male eastern tiger swallowtail. It's very hot in Summit Field now. I'm not going to spend much more time up here. There's a silver-spotted skipper and a bumblebee on the white false indigo. There's a turtle out swimming around in the pond. The pond is next to the rustic pavilion. This is probably a yellow-bellied slider. There's a monarch butterfly. I'm leaving Summit Field. It got too hot up here for me. There's a little fawn here at Sullivan Grove. Coming towards me. Where is it going? A beautiful little fawn. Wish they'd come out here. Yep, there it goes. It jumped over a log. Well, I followed that fawn back here in the woods, but I couldn't find it. I made it down to the bridge, the Boy Scout bridge. That little rascal's in here somewhere. Now I'm on the red trail. I never did find that little fawn, but at least I got some pictures and a little video of it before it took off. Now I'm going to make my way to the North Overlook and take the stone steps down to the bottom. There's the North Overlook in front of me. Now I'm going to take the stone steps down to the bottom. I took the stone steps down to the Corbley Trail. Now I'm leaving the Corbley Trail and I'm going to take this trail down to my car. Made it down to Rundle Road. And I can see the golf course parking lot where I'm parked. It is time for this old man to go home.